डॉक्टर्स आर डेफिनेटली द मोस्ट रिस्पेक्टेड प्रोफेशनल्स इन द वर्ल्ड. इंडिया में डॉक्टर ही एक ऐसा इंसान है जिसके साथ कोई भी नेगोशिएट नहीं करता. लेकिन डॉक्टर्स 9-10 साल पढ़ने के बाद आखिर कितना कमाते हैं एंड हाउ गुड आर दे इन मैनेजिंग देयर मनी? We'll find out in today's video. Special thanks to Deserve Wealth Monitor for sponsoring this video. Deserve Wealth Monitor lets you assess your mutual fund portfolio and also gives exit recommendations for absolutely zero cost. More about it later. चलिए अब वीडियो शुरू करते हैं. हेलो एंड वेलकम टू अ न्यू एपिसोड ऑफ फिक्स योर फाइनेंस. आज मेरे साथ है शांतनु और नेहा जो पुणे में रहते हैं. वेलकम गाइस, वेलकम टू द शो.
Thank you.
So what do you guys do right now?
I'm a dentist by profession.
What do you do?
I'm into marketing, into IT company. I help the company to get new business and work on their sales pitches and presentations, etc.
Okay, and since how long have you been working?
I've been working for around 8 years now.
I've been in private practice since the last 11 years now.
When you say it's a private practice, is it like a business?
It's almost like a business. So what I mean by that is I don't have a salary. I rather have a revenue that I generate in my clinic, which varies with like from month to month. It is going to be different.
What is your source of income?
It is basically the clinical treatments that we do in the clinic, not the consultation.
On an average, how much do you make on a monthly basis?
I would say somewhere around 3 lakhs is the revenue.
What are the fixed expenses in your business?
The fixed expenses would be something like the rent, then followed by the payments that you make to your assistants, your associate dentist, and apart from that I have a cleaning maid, I have 2 assistants, I have an associate doctor, I have an evening assistant. So I have a staff of 5 people with me. Apart from that, there's something called as material expenses, because it's basically all the treatments that we do in a dental setup will require certain materials.
Of course.
And those are expensive.
So, in your case, what are the margins of?
It varies with every treatment, but approximately you can say somewhere around 65 to 70% is the margin on the overall revenue that I make.
Okay. तो आप करीब 3 लाख रुपए अगर आप कमा रहे हो, सेल्स कर रहे हो, तो उसमें से आप 2 लाख जितना in hand.
Safe to say that. Yes.
Okay. Do you draw up fixed salary every month?
जो करंट अकाउंट में आता है वो मैं खर्च करता हूँ.
ठीक है. What about you? How much do you draw right now?
My CTC is somewhere around 14 and a half. Every month I get around 90,000 in my hand.
So as a couple, collectively, you guys earn around 3 lakhs per month.
Safe to say, yeah.
Before getting married, okay, do you guys discuss money?
Not really. So just the basics like how much do you earn and that's about it. Nothing more than that.
Did you get an idea of each other's lifestyles?
The thing is that by general standards, we got married a little late. And one of the reasons was that we were looking for a very specific kind of a lifestyle to continue later. One of the main part of that was this whole adventure, traveling kind of a thing. Apart from that, also the lifestyle like going out with friends or
So on a monthly basis, how much do you spend to meet friends, go out with them?
around 15,000 is what we would in a typical month end up spending over the weekends eating out or going out.
Yeah.
And apart from that, every quarterly we go out for trips and that is typically 40-45,000 for a trip.
What about this place? Do you own the house? Is it rented?
It's rented.
We are paying 20,500 presently as rent for this apartment.
Do you have to travel to office every day?
Not at all.
Not at all.
Working from home.
Oh, nice. Well, you of course have to go to the clinic.
Yeah.
So how much do you travel on daily commute?
16 kilometers is my daily commute for a work day. Over the weekends, it could be anything.
Do you have a car? Do you use public transport?
I have a car. My petrol expenses would be somewhere around say 12 to 14,000 in a month.
कौन सी कार है ये जो इतना कम mileage दे रही है? और ये जो आपने Tiago कार ली है, was it on cash?
It was purely on cash.
Any other major expenses?
Right now, there are a few medical expenses happening. Her orthodontic treatment is happening and a few homeopathic treatments for her
What is
thyroid.
orthodontic?
I'm getting my teeth straightened.
Oh,
So I
nice.
have a liner right now.
Let me guess. The dentist must not be charging any fee, right?
No. Despite the dentist not charging, we are spending somewhere around 20,000 a month on her treatments. We have a maid as well. So उनका कितना है? 9,000.
10, yeah.
10,000.
What all does she do?
Right from cooking to cleaning to everything.
फिर बाद में जो कुक करते हैं उसमें ग्रोसरीज वगैरह का कितना लगता होगा?
5-6 हज़ार, 5-6,000.
उसके बाद वाईफाई, इलेक्ट्रिसिटी, बेसिक यूटिलिटी बिल्स कितना होता होगा?
Around 3,000 तक सब कुछ, including the subscriptions and everything.
Do you guys have any existing liabilities, loans?
Yeah.
I have one loan on a 2 BHK apartment that I had purchased around 7 years ago. So that EMI is somewhere around 27,000 presently.
Where is this house?
It's very nearby, so like walking distance from here.
So why aren't you staying there?
So that turned out to be a very bad investment for me because उसका completion अभी तक नहीं आया है and we are not being able to utilize it.
That's one of the biggest challenges, you know, कि if you buy in construction property, the rates are very attractive, but the chances of something going wrong are also extremely high.
And then you end up actually losing, not just losing, in multiples of what you have saved basically. So that has happened to me actually.
So how much did you pay for that house?
Back then I purchased it for 45 lakhs.
This is one thing that you should make sure. A lot of people lost their money or their money has been stuck for a very long time because the developer took their own time to build stuff. So don't do that. Even if a ready to move property is more expensive than an under construction one, always go for that. So considering all these expenses on a monthly basis, you guys are spending around 1,30,000 rupees. Apart from that, do you use credit cards?
She has a credit card.
So what do you use your credit cards for?
Most of the times it is flight booking and booking hotels whenever we are going out.
ठीक है तो अब लास्ट एक साल में कहाँ ट्रैवल किया?
So we have been to Kodaikanal, we have been to Kurg, we have been to Goa twice, Gokarna once, we have been to Rishikesh, and that is apart from the small little trips that we keep.
Nice. You guys like to travel. Okay. Now tell me one thing. The amount of trips that you have taken in the last 1 year. इसमें थोड़ा ज़्यादा खर्चा. Do you guys actually track?
No, we don't. That is a philosophy, at least for me, that I never track my expenses when it comes to any experience. I never consider it as a cost. It's more like an investment. In my own language, I would call it as an investment on my experiences.
तो ये हो गया आपका 1,30,000 का expenses. You are still left with a good 1,70,000. बहुत पैसा बचता है. So what do you do with this money generally?
I have been investing in mutual funds since the last 6 years or so.
So how did you pick your mutual funds?
I approached a financial advisor and he made a basket of some mid caps, some small caps, and some large caps, and then he put it in front of me and said, these are the mutual funds that you should invest in. It's an SIP every month.
आज हम आपका पूरा जो म्यूचुअल फंड पोर्टफोलियो है उसका डिटेल्ड रिव्यू करेंगे. विल यूज डिजर्व वेल्थ मॉनिटर ऐप. ठीक है. इट इज बिल्ड बाय इंडस्ट्री एक्सपर्ट्स विद मोर देन 20 इयर्स ऑफ एक्सपीरियंस.
Wow.
एंड दे हैव कलेक्टिवली मैनेज्ड अबाउट more than 50,000 crores of rupee. ठीक है. सबसे पहले देखते हैं इन्वेस्टिंग डिसिप्लिन. आप हर महीने इन्वेस्ट तो कर रहे हो, फिर भी ये ऐप बोल रहा है that it's inconsistent. So they are saying that you should keep on increasing your SIP amount by 10% every year. So they are saying कि अगर जितने भी existing mutual funds है उसको अगर आप हर साल 10% से टॉप अप करते तो आपका जो अभी current amount है कुछ 25-26 lakhs वो बन जाता 35.71 lakhs.
Okay.
Next thing is they are saying that you should at least invest 20% of your income in mutual funds. Your risk exposure is very high because 99.5% of your investments are in equity.
Right.
आप जो ये म्यूचुअल फंड्स वगैरह में इन्वेस्ट करते हो, what is the purpose of these investments?
This is somewhat of a retirement fund that I'm trying to accumulate over the next 15-20 years.
So this is a long-term plan.
Yeah.
ठीक है, and that's why most of it is invested in equity.
Right.
But I would still feel, and even the app feels that you should reduce your risk by investing and diversifying into different asset classes. In the end, हम सब म्यूचुअल फंड या फिर किसी भी एसेट में क्यों इन्वेस्ट करते हैं?
Returns के लिए.
Returns, right? Here it's written that your portfolio has underperformed by 61.6% as compared to your fund's benchmark. ठीक है, and you have missed the gains of 1,37,000 in total during your investment tenure. Now let's see the mutual funds which have underperformed the benchmark. ये जो 8 fund है, इन 8 funds ने underperform किया है benchmark को. And the wealth monitor's recommendation is you should avoid equity infrastructure category.
Got it. These are the investments that I make, but apart from that, one major expense that we usually, even I, miss out on is the expense of upgradation when it comes to a clinic. Not just upgradation, even maintenance. That is going to cost you a certain amount of money. So that is somewhere I have been losing track of where I have spent a lot of money on.
So to take care of this, I think you should focus on building a runway. रनवे का बेसिकली ये मतलब होता है कि आपका जो धंधा है, लेट्स से वो धंधे को 1 महीने में चलाने के लिए आपको 2 रुपए चाहिए और अगर आपके बैंक में 10 रुपए है तो आपके पास 5 महीने का रनवे है. सिमिलरली यू शुड ऑल्सो वर्क टुवर्ड्स बिल्डिंग अ रनवे. ठीक है. फॉर दैट व्हाट यू नीड टू डू इज फर्स्टली कैलकुलेट ऑल योर फिक्स्ड बिजनेस एक्सपेंसेस और ये जो वेरिएबल एक्सपेंसेस है उसका हायर साइड में एस्टिमेट लगा दीजिए. तो लेट्स से आप बोल रहे हो कि ऑन एन एवरेज 1 से 1.5 लाख रुपए लगता है साल का, तो आप 1.5 लाख रुपए एक्स्ट्रा लगा दो और जो भी आपका महीने का बिजनेस एक्सपेंस है वो into 12 कर दो, सेविंग अप मनी एंड कीपिंग इट इन अ सेपरेट अकाउंट.
Got it.
Okay.
दैट्स एक्सट्रीमली इंपॉर्टेंट बिकॉज अगर आपको पता है ना कि कल जाके अगर बिजनेस में कुछ भी खर्चा है, दिस इज द अकाउंट वेयर आई डिप इनटू. आई डोंट हैव टू चेंज द कपल्स फाइनेंशियल डायनामिक्स.
Got it.
आपका धंधे का एक बिजनेस अकाउंट आपको उधर से ही निकालना है.
I also feel it's a very good tip that he's given to keep separate counts
Yeah.
for
The business account and business expenses
Yes.
should be completely separate.
completely
from?
separate.
This is a big question that you have answered for her. She's always anxious about this.
Is this also the reason why you guys are not investing as much as you guys are saving?
Yeah, you can say that. The other reason is that she has not started her journey yet. So I have been investing since, like I said, 6-7 years, but she'll be starting now.
I have a challenge that I do not have clarity on what is the amount that I understand that we are earning well, but I am not being able to articulate and channelize how do I secure myself for future. हमको ये नहीं पता चल रहा है कि अभी ये स्टेज में जो पैसा है तब क्या करना चाहिए. ये जो सेविंग कर रहे हैं, इन्वेस्टमेंट कर रहे हैं, whether that is enough or no. We are planning to buy a house and we want to save something for the down payment.
So there are two immediate priorities for you guys. आप लोग को 1-2 साल में घर भी खरीदना है और आपको अपना रनवे बिल्ड करना ही पड़ेगा. So you guys have to prioritize between that. I personally feel before differentiating or separating your business and personal expenses, you should not get into a 20-25 year commitment. वो होम लोन आपको लेना ही नहीं चाहिए.
Is there some way that we can actually think of a secondary source of income which has nothing to do with my profession?
I personally feel that secondary sources of income should not be very different or very separated from your core skill sets.
Oh.
और अगर वो करना है कि अगर आपको सेकेंडरी सोर्स ऑफ इनकम बनाना है, देन इन्वेस्ट इन सिंपलर एसेट्स. राइट नाउ योर कैश फ्लो रिच, आपके पास पैसा बहुत ज़्यादा है, तो आप अभी से SIP वगैरह शुरू कर दीजिए और जब तक 15-18 साल होंगे, जब आपको थोड़ा स्लो डाउन करना है, वो पोर्टफोलियो से यू कैन स्टार्ट रिडीमिंग 3-4% एनुअली एंड स्टिल द अमाउंट विल बी प्रिजर्व. ये हमारा फटाफट फाइनेंस राउंड है. सबसे पहला क्वेश्चन, हु इज बेटर एट मैनेजिंग फाइनेंसेस?
She.
He.
Oh, nice. ठीक है. If you guys had an unlimited budget, what would you gift each other?
Retirement. We would just buy a camper van and just go out for a long vacation.
Okay, what would you gift him?
I have a big list. I want to gift him a PS4. I want to gift him a car. I want to gift him a bike.
Luxurious vacations every month or crazy house for the rest of your life? What would you choose?
Vacations every month.
Both.
If money was out of consideration, would you be a dentist for a living?
No.
What would you do?
Oh, that is something that I would like to take time off and think about, which I have not done.
What about you?
I'd probably end up with the same job.
Nice. So you are very content with what you are doing.
Yeah.
And the last question is, what are the 3 steps that you guys as a couple will do to be more financially healthy?
So the first thing was what you have recommended, making a runway for my business. The other is upping our game when it comes to saving that amount of money for whatever we need to plan.
Okay, what about you? A few key takeaways.
It was very helpful, the discussion about real estate, because
Yeah.
we have been going all over our heads about, should we buy a plot somewhere, should we buy a second shop somewhere. We've been thinking about that a lot, and this conversation helped us a lot.
That despite me actually making one mistake earlier, again we were about to do the same thing all over again, but yeah, now we have a very clear perspective on it.
ठीक है, आज के लिए इतना ही guys. If you liked anything in this video, please hit the like button. If you are new to the channel, consider subscribing. A lot of you guys are watching these videos, okay? 80% of the people who watch these videos, they watch, वो मजे लेते हैं, सब कुछ करते हैं, बट वो सब्सक्राइब नहीं करते. डोंट डू दैट प्लीज. आप जब सब्सक्राइब करोगे, आपका सपोर्ट एंड योर लव विल हेल्प अस ग्रो एंड हेल्प अस स्टे मोटिवेटेड. सो प्लीज सब्सक्राइब. Goodbye. Thank you so much.
Mutual fund investments are subject to market risks. Read all scheme-related documents carefully.